Alright, so hey guys, what's up? This is Panther Dragon, and today we'll be going over the patch 4.15 notes and giving my insight on things and doing a rundown. I'm only going to be going over the important things, so keep that in mind. So first up is Alistair. So Alistair can no longer auto attack when he headbutts someone, and honestly, this is actually I think it's a pretty big nerf, especially in the laning phase. So from my experience in season one, when I played AP Alistair mid, once I bought that Sheen, I would like press W onto someone and auto attacking would do a ton of damage, and the enemy can do anything because they were knocked away. And now that that's removed, that kind of hinders his harassing onto the enemy. So in the top lane, when you can give a headbutt and then give an auto attack, especially with Triforce or Sheen or Lichbane or something, now you can't do that anymore. So that does hinder his harassing ability. And yeah, like it says, free high damage is gone. So I think this is a big nerf, but you might be seeing him still in the top lane, but I'm not so sure with this. I think it's honestly a big nerf, to be honest. So at least in the laning phase, not his mid game or late game. He's still strong in that sense. Um, so yeah, this one. Okay, so the Drain Tether now has a range of 800, previously from 750 because there was a bug in 4.14. Um, I do feel like this was a draft. I feel like it was pretty big when this bug was introduced because I did my research. It looks like it's not that bad, but honestly, when you look at this win rate, when it drops 2%, so as you can see, it goes from 52 to 50%, like or 51 ish. Um, you can tell that tether range was causing some problems. So I'm kind of glad they fixed it, and Fiddle players will now rejoice. So yeah, that was a pretty big nerf when it happened. Bug fix. So right here, nothing. Also, this is nothing too. Let's see. This is nothing. I really don't care about this one. And right here, finally, when I throw out that Q, sometimes I wouldn't catch it, and I'd be like, that feels like it was kind of off, a bit too far from me, and I just felt like, oh, I guess I just really suck at this champ. But I guess finally some quality of life has improved on Gnar, so I'm happy for that. And the boulder throw. Now, what my opinion on this one is, sometimes I would throw the Q and I felt like that Q would have hit the enemy, but it actually didn't. I was like, what? It didn't like hit them, even though it looked like it did. So this buff right here, it's gonna help him for sure in that kind of sense, at least in my situations. And the cast time on it, from 0.5 seconds to 0.3, finally that big wind up, not as much there anymore. So I'm liking this buff right here, and also these two too. This is nothing. I've never seen it happen, and everything right here. Maybe this might be something, not sure, probably not, but you can cast your W right after faster. But overall, this right here means nothing. You won't build AP on Gnar, except from Triforce. You will do like what, 12 more damage? Actually, I think it's 30 AP, so 15 more damage when you use your ultimate. Big whoop. Nothing. And right here, honestly, all these bug fixes, I think they all help his laning phase for sure. All these bug fixes, but yeah, just the laning phase, not really in team. Actually, some of them are in team fights, but yeah, I think he'll still be at the same power as he was before. He'll be a bit stronger, but that's about it. So you might see him more, maybe. Yeah, you'll probably see him more for sure. I think he'll get a popularity increase for sure. So Shyvana. So rank 1, he used to deal 60 damage, or sorry, 80 damage, but now she does 60 because it was some bug. And, this might seem whatever, but I think it's actually pretty big-ish because let's say you're against a bad matchup and you got to farm with your E. Now last hitting is going to be more of a bitch. So say you're against a range rise, and if you go near him, he's going to throw stuff at you. So you got to last hit with E, and now it's going to be a bit harder. And yeah, the next time you rank your E is like level 8, unless you are obviously, I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't play Shyvana top. I just max out W, but I'm not sure if maxing out E changes if you're against like a range or something. So whatever. So yeah, definitely last hitting is going to be harder to do if you're last hitting with E. So Sivir, the range changed. Nothing. She's still gonna be outclassed by other AD carries. It's nothing. I guess this is kind of something. 300 more increase on the projectile. And she probably not, but whatever. Now this gets a GP treatment when you kill an enemy. You get half the mana. I think this came. Yeah, I remember this happening sometimes. But whatever. Now cooldown goes down by 10 seconds per level, and less mana. And now you ignore it. I don't think this means that much. I don't think it was that much of a problem. I think this one was pretty interesting. So every time you swapped in, I would think that the enemy tried to burst you, and in that 0.25 seconds, you would probably take a lot of damage. Since you weren't building any resist or whatever, you had like 90 armor for a few seconds, and finally you get that buffed armor. But with all these buffs, I don't think Urgot is going to be good. I still think he's going to be the lowest win rate so far. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be that good. Still, I know Yellow Pete plays him, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like he fits the meta, and he was more tankier in Season 2 with when they didn't change the armor penetration and all that. So Xerath, he gets a nerf to support Xerath or whatever. I don't know. You can still poke them and probably get the stacks off easy. So if you read that, yeah. This means nothing. Jace gets a buff. I think he was the only one who used Essence Reaver. Sometimes Ezreal. Honestly, the combined cost was so high, like 3,400 gold. Like, it was hard to get if it was like your second item for sure. So I'm glad they decreased the cost of that. This means nothing, and this means nothing at all. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my insight. I am Panzer Dragon, and pretty soon I'll be releasing a 20 tips on how to improve as an AD carry, so watch out for that, and make sure to subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.